Hi.
Hello.
So we're here to talk about the arts, which is just like a conversation. I really am trying to explore how millennials and Gen Z engage or don't engage with the arts. So most of my work, I continually hear from nonprofit arts organizations about aging audience, especially when it comes to like traditional arts, like the orchestra and the ballet and the opera. And so I am increasingly curious about how like this device plays into where younger generations get their information.
Where I can speak for myself. I still use Facebook a lot. That's really the primary social media platform that I use. I don't have an Instagram account, or Twitter or TikTok or anything like that. I try to refrain from as much social media as I can, just because I am aware of the negative effects it can have on life in general. So, I mean, as far as social media goes, I do get a lot of information and ads and things like that through Facebook. Outside of that, I'm honestly not like a big news watcher, but or like news updates that I get on my phone.
Email lists.
No, because I don't like to. I usually don't read. Like if I do get like spammed with stuff, I usually try not to, or I just don't have the time. I am 32. I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So all young and all close in age. So I stay busy.
Where do you find activities for you to do with them? How do you get that information?
Usually Facebook, like Facebook ads. Different activities, even like the local libraries have ads that come through my newsfeed. It's always kind of creepy how that happens, because I know it's listening to me all the time, because I'll just be having a conversation with my girlfriends about stuff. And then I'll be scanning through and like an ad pops up about it. A lot of like the local Cincinnati things I do see on my Facebook. Speaking like of the arts specifically, I know last year I kept getting ads for like a candlelit cello concert that was appealing to me, but you know, when my husband and I are like have to be selective on date nights, to be honest, usually those aren't like at the top of our list, though we did go to the immersive experience for Van Gogh this summer, which was awesome. So we really enjoyed that. And I think I heard about that through my Facebook ads as well. So, and word of mouth, because there were a couple of other family members and friends that had gotten and really enjoyed it. I'm a veterinarian, so I've always been drawn to science. Of course, arts and science are always combined together. So like throughout college, I was in the College of Art and Science. I've always enjoyed like painting or drawing. Like when I was younger, I enjoyed those things. As a parent, I have just heard of the importance of music and things like that just subconsciously for children. So we listen to classical music on the way to daycare and try to name the different instruments and things like that, just because I know that knowledge is important. And I don't know what my kids want to be when they grow up. So I just like to have those options available and the knowledge out there for them. Time and energy. Because at the end of the day, and just like being able to find something that either we can do with our entire family or just with Craig and I. So if we want to bring the kids along, it limits what we can do and like what times that it has available. So I'm not going to bring my 3 young kids to a formal concert, but if it was like a concert in the park, then that would definitely be something that would draw my interest, like in the summer months. It needs to be a setting that is kid friendly. So if it's between Craig and I, then like I said, it's prioritizing if we can grasp the energy to go out, what are we going to invest that time in? But yeah, usually it's more that investment of time and energy rather than the cost itself. Cincinnati, even though it's like a pretty big city, like Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area is pretty like tight knit. So between like the schools and the churches and everything, I feel like word of mouth, it usually does get around. And the suburb I live in specifically, when they do have concerts and things, they post it like on the roadways even. So when I'm driving home from work, I'll just see like a banner that says like, Christmas lighting on, December 23rd or whatever it may be. So I'll see stuff that way too. I know there was like the two cellists, because I'm into like that kind of music where they do kind of modern music, but like with strings and cello and whatnot, like a quartet type deal. Facebook does a good job at keeping up with my ads, because I hear about some stuff that goes on in the community, but otherwise it tends to be word of mouth and yeah.
Well, and you said through school and through church, which
Right.
are, I think, great opportunities for nonprofit arts organizations to perhaps collaborate with those community partners in getting information out about what they're doing and how they could serve you.
We were just at a school tour yesterday, and they talked about how their high school has like a co-op program, almost like some colleges do, but they're bringing it down to the high school level, just so when people are graduating from their high school, they're prepared, because not everybody goes to college. So I think it would be interesting if, and maybe it already is, but if the arts programs did have those co-op type programs with the school as well.
Do you and your husband's interests kind of align, or is it something that if you wanted to go to the candlelit cello, that would be something that he would be doing more as a favor?
He's definitely very sporty, so he would go to any sporting event. As far as plays and things, like he definitely gravitates more that way. He would totally be down to go to like a musical or a play. I think he actually was the reason why we went to the Van Gogh like immersive experience, because he really likes that artist. So he does enjoy some of the fine arts kind of stuff. I think he would enjoy, looking at galleries and doing like, I know in Columbus, when I lived there, they had like a gallery week and all the galleries are open and you just like, you can walk around with wine and just like look at art. I would love to do that with him.
This reminded me of another theater that I know of, that they started doing like a date night where they would have parents come and bring their children, but the kids would go into another room and do an activity while the parents were watching the play. Is that something that would be a draw?
It would, depending on like the time of day.
Right. If it was like a well, you have naps and stuff.
Yeah, but even if it was like an early evening, like a dinner time kind of thing, then yeah, that would be great for us. Again, our ages are just a little tricky because earlier bedtimes than older kids and things like that. But yeah, that would definitely be something that would appeal to us. I mentioned libraries earlier, and I know there's definitely like traveling, like we've been to a traveling like STEM thing at a library. But the libraries around here do have like really good program rotations, and there's numerous libraries near me to where if there was like a children focused like art thing or even like little show or whatever, that would definitely be an appeal to me as well.
I appreciate your time. There was a lot of good tidbits about just engagement and maybe more family centric